Hi everyone, this is the Winter of Mixed Drinks. Me and Greg are going to play it in its entirety. So we've pre-recorded the recordings of me playing a few songs, Greg playing a few songs. I'm going to have a little talk about it as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. This is the first song. This is Things.
Well, here's the evidence of human existence, splitting bin bag necks into damn boxes, and I cannot find a name for them. They hardly show that I have lived in the dust that settles on these things, displays my age again. Like a new skin made from old skin that had barely been lived in. The dead need these things, and the dead need them all. Just pointless artifacts in the mediocre past. I've shed my clothes and shed my flesh into the bone, but the rest. The dead need these things, and the dead need them all. I took them all to bits. I turned them outside and left them on the floor, run for dear life through the door. Useless objects, a scattered storm and shit, condemning silent shit full of your life supplies. When all you need's a coffin and your Sunday best to smile at the end and at the front gate. What a world awaits, one bite of loaf from a Holy Ghost, an eternity of suffering in the company of all those Christian men. Dead need these things, I dead need them all. Just pointless artifacts in the mediocre past. I've shed my clothes and shed my flesh into the bone, but the rest. The dead need these things, and the dead need them all. It's just you I need. You're my human heat, and the things are only things, and nothing brings me like you bring me all. I'll never need these things, you'll never need them all. Just took them all to beds, I turned them outside and I left them on the floor, on for dear life through the door.
What would I say about Things? Things is probably my favourite song off of the album. It's off of Winter Mixed Drinks. It might have changed in the process of learning these songs, but like before I started learning with yourself, Things was definitely my favourite because it's just one of those songs. It's so powerful. The lyrics just drive home. You know, they mean a lot. You know.
Land. Swim Until You Catch the Land is the second song on the album. Yeah, it's one I've covered. It's one of my favourites. The way it's recorded as well, it's so uplifting, and it's also got it's got some dark undertones as well. But the music is very uplifting with that dark.
Yeah.
There's a certain darkness to the lyrics, which that contrast. I mean, it's used in loads of bands use it, like happy music, sad lyrics. But I think it's done really well in this song, especially with the strings and they've added in the recording, and yeah, it's one of my favourite tracks. And the verses are brilliantly written too. So yeah, Swim Until You Can't See Land.
Yeah.
Oh, swim,
Loneliness and a Scream.
That's yours, yeah. So Loneliness and the Scream. Let's talk a bit about that.
Aye.
That's the cast. I remember go see them live. That was a big one at the end. They always played. It was either that or Keep Yourself Warm. But that
Yeah.
was like Loneliness was like the big finisher. I always found like when they played that and all the audience turned whoa oh 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 whoa oh oh. Loved
Aye.
it.
So it's that kind of, it's the kind of build up song in it. It's that one where it's like
it builds to that bit at the end. You know, it builds to that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song though as well. Well, it's kind of hard to suss out where the lyrics are coming from. You know, or what he means by the lyrics, because you can just kind of take it from the title where he's saying the loneliness and the scream. You know, you can already kind of tell it's going to be one of those like really happy songs, but with really really dark undertones, like you were mentioning there in the last one. But like I don't know, I kind of find it hard to try and find the dark undertone. You know, until like maybe the kind of outro at the end. Fall down, find God, just to lose it again. Put community together, we're hammering it. Fell down, found love, I could lose it again. Now a communal heart beats miles from here. You know? But it's another beautiful song.
Can you hear the roar from this place? Can you hear footsteps and voices? Was it me? I didn't take this ditch. And I was walking for weeks before I fell in through the loneliness. Oh, the loneliness. Scream to prove to everyone that I exist. Through the loneliness, and oh, the loneliness. And we scream to bring the blood to the front of my face again. And am I here? Of course I am, yes. And all I need is your hand to drag me out again. Was it me? I didn't take this ditch. And I was walking for weeks before I fell in through the loneliness. Oh, the loneliness. And the scream to prove to everyone that I exist. Through the loneliness. Oh, the loneliness. And black balloons were there. Oh, fall down, find God just to lose it again. Put community together, hammering it. Fell down, found love, I could lose it again. Now I caught me in my heart, these miles from here. Fall down, find God just to lose it again. Put community together, we're hammering it. Fell down, found love, but I could lose it again. Now I caught me in my heart, these miles from here. Fall down, find God just to lose it again. Put community together, we're hammering it. Down, find love, but I can lose it again. Now I caught in a heart, these miles from here. No,
Wrestle, that's probably, it's become possibly my favourite. I've always liked it, but I think since learning it, I mean, between that and maybe Nothing Like You, I think Nothing Like You is probably my favourite Frightened Rabbit song. But apart from that, like I think the Wrestle after learning it, it's again another song about Scott writing about sex, but
Yeah.
but done in such a poetic way, I suppose.
The crumpled ocean is no boat trip. The dark horse stole my clothing. The shape stirs beneath me. A postpones along blood streams. The first bite marks beginning of the close. Wrestle the close animal. Bear those teeth to me, please, my leader. You can see all me naked with fear. This is the test I let blindfolds and grip flesh and blue muscle when all the vice rips off. The struggle I can't give into. We owe the clothes, wrestle the clothes animal. My enemy, please stay close to me. No breath left, cold breath thief. The last gasp of air burst slowly. Fireflies, we sun. The last taste of soap in my mouth. Skin breaks, there's no sound at the door. Lamb from lamb. There is bone, there is whistle, and despair. And the cloveless wrestle, the cloveless animal.
Wrestle.
Yep. Skip the Youth.
So Skip Youth is next, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I really like. I remember hearing your cover of Skip the Youth on, I think it was like YouTube or Instagram or something. I really liked it.
I remember
Really
playing
good
that. It was a total accident, like accidentally learning that song. I was playing a song by Matt Skiba and Kevin Seconds, and I was trying to do this kind of Van McCann thing where I like try to amalgamate songs that just don't normally go together. You know, you wouldn't put them together normally.
Mm-hmm.
But what was it? I was playing a song. It was called "Good Fucking Bye," and it's a very similar thing, very similar chords. Playing that, dun, 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 dun. And I'm like that. Holy shit, that's Skip the Youth. So I started playing around with these chords, and I was like, "Fuck, I know it now." And I looked it up, and it was exactly the way I just learned it, like myself. Like without even listening to it, without even thinking about it, I just went, "Holy shit, that's Skip the Youth." But like there's something so powerful about that song.
The
It's
end
like you
of
can
it for
kind of
me.
tell he's got those voices,
And
kind
it's
of voice and
it's the
stuff.
close mic. I think it's the beginning is a really close, and the recording is really close to the mic.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
that really stands out.
Also with that like kind of thing I was talking about with the Wrestle, like with the kind of big build up and then going into something real subtle.
Da, 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 da,
Same with
da,
that.
da, 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 and it gets louder and louder, and then it's a totally different rhythm and a totally different feel when the song kicks in. It totally throws you off.
It's
It
like
takes you one
it's
way,
like
and it's like nope.
even the vocal itself kicking in.
It takes you, yeah.
Even the vocal kicking in right at the start, you feel like it's going to go somewhere big, like this kind of. I've been digging that hole tonight, boom, 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 on my knees beneath the moon. You're like, where's the big drum intro? Where's the big piano bit? Like it's like I loved how Scott just went for that kind of really abstract thing, like totally throw you right off. You know, you're not even thinking about it. Lyrically, it's a masterpiece as well. It's like one of these songs, like you can tell he didn't. I don't think he worried too much about how his vocals sounded because there's a few parts in there that are, like you can tell there's a few voice cracks. There's a few bits where he's kind of like the hammer, you know, like that kind of bend in the voice a bit, you know.
Yeah,
But I
kind of.
think that was beautiful how it just added to the vocal itself. It was amazing. You know,
There's lots
and
of
that's why.
bits, and they just keep those little bits in, because
Yeah,
I think when the little imperfections are where the emotion lie, and a lot of these music, the little imperfect. That's the whole point in it. It's the imperfections that make it.
On my knees beneath the moon, and all I need is a place to lie. I guess the grave will have to do. Won't you get me too many please? Just let me cover my eyes. And all the hammer and scrape is the check with no way in the lost of life. So I move, but I am so tired. If I can't shake myself, I can't dance with you. I'm bound to useless youth, and I can't fake a fist to throw through the crust of the earth. And if you find me, don't wake me, and I can't be shaken awake. If you don't stay in the dark, you can never feel bleak, and life starts to lose its taste. So I move, but I am so tired. If I can't shake myself, I can't dance with you. And I hear drums, won't I be the time to die? And you are young, if this is a kind of life I should scarce the blasted you.
so the next one after that is Nothing Like You, which is probably
Oh,
my favorite Frightened Rabbit song. Um,
got a banger.
yeah, difficult to sing because it's pretty high. Um, I
Ah,
have to kind of sing like this, but I have to talk in this voice to sing it.
you should introduce it.
If I was to talk in the, yeah. Um, so yeah,
Hey
Nothing
guys,
Like
so
You.
this is Nothing Like You. Hope you like the
Yeah,
song.
yeah. um, so yeah, Nothing Like You is it's my favorite. It's quite a short song. It's the most upbeat Frightened Rabbit song. I know Living Colour is
Yeah,
also upbeat, but it's just it's the it's the groove and it's just drive. The song's just down 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 down, and it's like a party tune, you know.
yeah, you could tell because it was like even watching it just being played acoustic. You can tell like, you watch Gordon's part on the guitar, and Gordon's part doesn't look like it's the most confusing thing, but like he's sitting there playing it's like this kind of, and then you look at what he's doing, and you think it's him who's playing it, but it turns out it's actually Scott who's playing that part, and you're like,
You got,
whoa,
but
really hard to
it's
follow. It's a really hard song to follow.
there's lots of different like I say voicings. There's lots of little different lines going in throughout each part when they're playing it, and then they put it all together in the recording, and it comes out the way it comes out. But
Aye,
no, it's like it's a banger. Nothing Like You.
yeah.
This is a story and you're not in it. A flock of pages torn out. This is a bedroom that you've never been in. Here's your shovel, there's the ground. With two lovers covered in covers, although I can push to bed tonight. I am bruised, but she is dressing my wounds and night nursing a broken man. She was not the cure for cancer, and all of my questions still ask for answers. There is nothing like someone new. This girl, she was nothing like you. I've been waking up post-operation. I found I've come in a dream again. All the pain, almost as painful as ever, but something in me was not the same. At night, during dreams of submission, I could claw back my heart and soul. As the size of the tumor diminishes, so we fill that black hole. She was not the cure for cancer. And all of my questions still ask for answers. But there is nothing like someone new. This girl, she was nothing like you. She was not the cure for cancer. And all of my questions still ask for answers. But there is nothing like someone new. This girl, she was nothing like you. There's nothing like someone new. This girl, there's nothing like you.
And after Nothing Like You is Man Bag of
Man, bag
Sand,
of sand.
which is a little interlude which you covered.
There's not much to say about it.
Quite
It's
that
beautiful, beautiful song. Like to like kind of lead off of swimming till you can't see land.
that's a little
That kind
wicked
of
track.
interlude, it's really nice. You know, you can tell it's like one of these kind of ones that just it didn't seem like there was much put into it. Wasn't much thought about it. It was just like a basic G and C, G and C. You
Mhm.
know, um, Oh, you ain't money, you're a bag of sand. And I think when I was trying to put my own kind of spin twist on each song, like without totally ripping everything out of the song, you know. So I ended up like adding wee parts on here and there. So when I was playing it, like, I was doing like that kind of weird. It was like almost like a D chord, and then just adding that root note with the C, like going G to C, and like you can tell it's the same with the full version. It's just like it's again an absolute masterpiece, beautiful to play and learn, listen to.
Swim till you can't see land. Swim till you can't see land. Swim till you can't see land. You ain't mad at your bag of sand. You ain't mad at your bag of sand. You ain't mad at your bag of sand. You ain't mad at your bag of sand.
Shooter is the next one. That's I get I don't know why this album's so underrated, but after learning it and really getting into it, like
Yeah.
Foot Shooter, it's just it's a song about, I take it, like saying the wrong things and like
Yeah, it's essentially it's a bit like Holy, you know. It's all about that kind of bad behaviour.
yeah, it's a bit of like, but it's
About being
also kind
drunk.
of it's like apology. It's like, oh shit, I was drunk, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah.
Or trying to,
What was the
you
line?
know,
The booze runs fast in my blood and my brain shuts down to my mouth. Say whatever I think. Say it
yeah,
at him.
yeah.
You know, it's almost like he's kind of reading from an inner self. Like almost like it reminds me of SpongeBob almost, with like Plankton inside the wee robot playing himself.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that.
a bit
Yeah.
like that. Like I imagine that we've all got that kind of inner self that's thinking, right, I'm really drunk. I'm going to shout shit, and I'm going to shout it at him. You know, like I think we've all done it. You know.
Yeah, him. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's Foot Shooter. Let's have a listen.
My blood runs faster and my brain shuts down to my mouth. Say whatever I think, say it at him. And when the dam bursts open and you're drowned out, boy, better go outside, sit in your boat and wait till you get washed away. Hold on to your thoughts, tighten your eyelids, lock up your ears, my dear, and verbal when I am loaded. Tuck under that desk, cover your neck, up, thinking your skin as I begin to shoot myself in the foot again. And as the body circums and my mouth goes numb, I look back to the sound of the breaking of broken toes. A vandal spoke, and in the stark and sobering dry sun, I will blink my eyes and hope the blink can erase all the shit that I said and did.
go back. So the next one after Future is Not Miserable.
Not
Not
Miserable.
Miserable. Yeah.
Do you know what? There was something about that song. It didn't appeal to me at first. I didn't really think. I'm flipping this camera around again. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, it didn't really appeal to me at first, like as a like one of my favourite songs. But when I listened to it more and then got to learn it more, it's like that thing we were saying at the start, like with the lyrics. You pay more attention to things that you wouldn't necessarily pick up on in the first place. And
It's the I am. Yeah.
very,
Very,
very
very
repetitive song though, isn't it? It's like
Mm-hmm.
the lyrics there, like you can, and the love that I lost with all of the shit that came out in the wash, just a pocket of fluff. Like hard to pick up on certain lyrics that he's saying. Like even though we're Scottish and we tend to pick up things like really quickly. I never knew the lyric was "I'm not put upon, I'm free from disease, no greys, no liver spots." It's like, as you said, it's like just trying to amalgamate all of that into like one fucking sentence, and try to like
Yeah.
kind of make it fit.
It's so good. Like it's so like.
It's amazing, like the things that you pick up
Maybe not the
on.
subject matter is good, but like the way it's written is good. Like it's like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is easier now. I found all the pieces that I lost in the flood. It wasn't that much. Though it's easier now, I'll always remember the night that I almost drowned, all alone in the house. That I lost with all of the shit that came out in the wash, just a pocket of fluff. I'm not put upon, I'm free from disease, no bees, no web spots. Most of the misery's gone, gone to the bone. I am not miserable now. That I sung, prayers from the fucked for a better forked on, sang of history night. Though the corners are lit, the dark in return with the fleck of the switch hasn't turned on me yet. Yeah, I am not miserable now. I'm not miserable. No one knows. No one knows. I'm not miserable.
Next one is Living in Colour. That's the kind of
It's the
almost
anthem.
it's the big one at the end, I suppose, before like the little It's almost like you got that big track towards the end, and you
Yeah.
have the kind of slower track to finish it. But yeah, it's a big anthem. On the
It's that
album.
big.
I mean, there's some big anthems, but that's the big kind of like you've got Loneliness, you've got The Swim, So You Can't See Land, you've got Nothing Like You. There's quite a few big anthemic songs in this album, but I suppose probably like um definitely up there with being upbeat.
It's
Fighting
a
the
bit
other
like
stuff, but
it's the songs
I
that
mean
come
it's
on the album. You've got to have like a really, really upbeat song. I think if you're going down this like in a line of like each song sounds quite down. I think Paint of a
especially
Panic
after Not
Attack was quite
Miserable.
a down album. It was quite a down album, you know. But there was a few ones like what was it? If a bend
Break.
doesn't break, break was that kind of big one. Be Less Rude was that big one.
Mm,
The Twist off of Midnight Organ Fight, and then on this album we've got Living in Colour,
yeah,
and kinda Not Miserable, kinda a wee bit of Not Miserable,
yeah,
yeah, and Swim Until You
that's
Can't
good.
See Land.
And then to finish the album
Was
is
Yes I
Yes I
Would.
Would. Again, not a song that's played very often or talked about much.
One thing I will say about that song is to learn it is an absolute pain in the arse. Lyrically, it's beautiful, fantastic song. The loss of a lonely man never makes much of a sound.
Mm.
It's like instant poetry. Like, believe me now, yes I would, and I can't sing now. Oh yes I would.
It's
My
almost like a
cry.
conversation. It's like a conversation between two people.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I figured like the kind of the first verse itself is like my cry for a fistful of sand and then brief silence. Hold me, I'm folding, I can't see land. The world just blinks. It's like that kind of.
And
The
it's also
world
swimming
just
till you
blinks.
can't see land. He's got that reference coming back. I can't see land. About
Yeah, yeah. It's a bit like what you were talking about. Like you've got these wee kind of bits that are coming in at the start, and then a couple of songs, and then it's like that kind of tying this bit in here, and tying that bit in there, and then like kind of the whole thing's just this one big chapter, one big story, big chapter.
yeah, maybe that's why it's at the end. I can't see that he's got that reference in.
My cry for a festival of sound, brief silence. Hold me, I'm folding, I can't see land. The world just blinks. Hold me, I'm stupid from lesson learned. I've learned nothing. You told me to get lost to find myself. And first it bleeds and then it scabs. I feel like a hemophiliac. Would it change if you carried me back? Oh, oh, yes I would. And believe me now. Yes I would. And I can't sink now. Oh, yes I would. What if I had never thrown that ball? What if this tea in my sight just pours and pours and pours? I wonder if they've noticed that I'm not around. The loss of a lonely man never makes much of a sight. At first it blinks and then it scabs. I feel like a hemophiliac. Would it change if you carried me back? Oh, oh, yes I would. And believe me now. Yes I would. And I can't sink now. Yes I would. And believe me now. Yes I would. And I can't sink now. Oh, yes I would.
So the very
That was the
last
album.
track, that's the album, yeah, but it's not finished yet. There's one last. I picked. There was two bonus, and there's a kind of a couple bonus tracks. One is learn your name,
I
which is
find
about
that song to be very
identity.
similar to Man Bag of Sand.
Yeah, it's very similar. So maybe that's why it wasn't on the album initially. But the other one, which I'm surprised didn't get the album, which I played, is Fun Stuff. Again, a song about sex, like
Found
the
it to be
Wrestle.
very that one as well. Very close ties. Like notice a lot of songs have like commonalities between them, or like
Yeah.
similarities. Sorry.
Some of the lines in this song, I was just like, "Fuck, that's good."
We
Like,
all
like,
knew that Scott fucking hated that song Snake
yeah,
off the first album, but like there was a bit of reference to that was it's
Yeah.
I took off my clothes, she took off hers too, with no fanfares or no hallelujahs. It's like the lyrics again. It's like there's nothing sadder than sad, sad sex.
Mm. Yeah, it's one of those songs. It's just like, especially make it towards the end, like it gets a lot more that middle verse and then that last. I think it's the second last verse is pretty poetic the way he's written it. Um,
What
the
was the
city
line?
was
It was
born bright blue today, and I whistle through the sunlit streets, and my empty hand was cold and unused. Yeah, it's one of those songs. It's just like it keeps getting better without like throughout the verses.
remember the first. It's like it's that first time you hear it, and it's like the first time you hear it, you think, right, that's good. That's a good song. I'm gonna listen to that again. Then you listen to it again, you're like that, and you're picking up on little things that you didn't notice the first time, and then the third listen, you're like that. Holy shit, have I heard this before? Like, my God.
Yeah.
It's the best thing you've ever heard in your life. You know? That's what I was thinking every time I hear a song by Scott.
Yeah.
Took off my clothes, she took off hers too, with no fanfares or no hallelujahs. Throughout the night, we would grind away the truth. And there's nothing sadder than sad, sad sex, and the bad, bad news is that I gave in to the ugly hand that first led me away from you. Oh, 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 the fun stuff is not so fun without you. So I drink until I fill my brim, but there's nothing fills me up the same as a tiny word broadcast across the sea. And should I go out to dance tonight, will my two left feet need your two right, or I'll spin around in circles endlessly. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, all the fun stuff is much less fun without you. Well, the city was born bright blue today, and I whistle through the sunlit streets, and my empty hand felt cold and unused. And I'm quite alright, I get by just fine, and I'm not depressed, not most of the time. It's just the fun stuff is much less fun without you. Ooh. Oh, 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 the fun stuff is much less fun without you.
But yeah, thanks for listening. Also, we didn't mention, I might put this at the beginning, you can also donate Just Giving to TinyChanges. It's another thing we're doing with this. But it'd be a nice thing to do to donate some money to the charity. So if you can, links below, Just Giving link, and yeah, it'll be up for a few weeks yet, so you can still some time to donate. And yeah, we'll see you soon after lockdown for some more giggage. And yeah,
the video will be on YouTube as well. You can stream it there as well. It's on.
Yeah, I'll be up here. I'll be up here. Yeah, I'll be up here forever until I take it down. Yeah, probably not though. Cool. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.